ESPN reporting that the Knicks would like to sign Steve Kerr after the first round of the playoffs. Done deal?
I don't know if it's a done deal, completely yet, but I don't think there's ever been any question that this was the number one option for the Knicks. I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr before the Nets-Toronto game last night. He spoke about how he and Phil talked for 3 hours at dinner, that they were on the same page philosophically, offensively, as far as the triangle goes. Throughout this whole process, I have yet to hear, I never heard one name mentioned as a serious candidate for the Knicks job outside of Steve Kerr.
It's always been him. Is that a problem?
Yeah, you don't have a backup plan
anymore.
What's
the
backup plan?
They did not call Denver about Brian Shaw.
I mean, what happens if, let's just say hypothetically, Brooks is out in Oklahoma City? Could happen. McHale's out in Houston, and Vogel's out in Indiana. Let's just say that happens. If you're Steve Kerr, do you want to go to the rebuilding Knicks or one of those three teams that is a 50-win team with credible superstars, no major problems, no rebuilding needed?
How about if Mark Jackson gets bounced in Golden State?
There you go.
I mean, I just think Mike D'Antoni in LA. Steve Kerr's made it clear in the past, to privately, that he does like the West Coast coaching job, close to his family, lives in the San Diego area.
I just feel like the Knicks are getting set up real bad here, and it's gonna end poorly. I
just think it's a little fishy that Phil Jackson, who is coming in to be the guru for the next president of basketball operations, that he wouldn't cast the net a little bit wider than to only set your sights on someone who's never coached a game in the NBA.
Where does the net go? I mean,
if all these coaches could be on the market in a month.
The Phil Jackson coaching tree is not that wide.
It's non-existent anymore.
I mean, unless you're talking, I'm trying to be
nice. I love Kurt.
But remember, Kurt was never high on Phil's wish list there. I mean, Phil wanted Brian Shaw.
I say that half in jest.
Phil wanted Brian Shaw to take that job. I mean, look, one of the, and I don't know if it's a set in stone criteria, but Phil Jackson does want the triangle to be involved in his next offense with the Knicks. Steve Kerr is going to be willing to placate Phil. The other part of all this is that I think Steve Kerr, even though he knows that Phil Jackson is going to have the final say on personnel decisions, if Steve takes the Knicks job, there's a very good chance that he'll have the second strongest voice on personnel in that organization. Phil's already made it clear he's going to spend some of his time out in Los Angeles. When Phil's not around, I think Steve Kerr is going to be the guy that's the de facto GM for that team as well.
New York arrogance. That's what it feels like.
Underestimating that James Dolan will actually stay out of all these affairs. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed this clip from our daily live show, SI Now. You can find a link to the complete episode in the description box below. And while you're there, make sure to subscribe to Sports Illustrated's YouTube channel. Remember, you can watch SI Now Monday through Friday live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time only on SI.com. We'll see you there.